Hello, I'm Anastasia and today I will be doing acrylic tutorial.
If your acrylic brush looks like this, or that, it will be a nightmare working with it. Good acrylic brush should have even bristles that connect to one perfectly sharp edge. In this video, I will share more secrets on how to choose, take care and work with acrylic brush, and we'll do a glitter stiletto tutorial coming up. Hello, I'm Anastasia. One of the most frequently asked questions I get from you guys is which acrylic brush do I use and is there any affordable acrylic brushes with a good quality? Looks like I finally found the one that's pretty affordable and works good. But first let's talk about what we need to look for when choosing acrylic brush. Acrylic brushes can have different handles: wooden, plastic, metallic. Metallic handles are the most expensive to produce, that's why it usually increases the cost of the brush. Wooden ones are more affordable, but keep in mind that they can absorb the monomer if you keep your brush on a tissue saturated with the monomer. If it happened, you will need to buff the brush and seal it with a top coat. Another thing is size. Acrylic brushes usually have even numbers 2, 4, 6 and so on. Sizes between 0 and 6 are usually for nail art, while size 6 and bigger is perfect for nail sculpting. If you're just getting started, I strongly recommend to choose size 6 or 8. It will help you to pick up less monomer and practice picking up perfect acrylic pearl. Sizes 10, 12, 14 are suitable for experienced nail techs. Let's say if you don't have any problems of picking up the acrylic bead, it will work for you. Bigger size means there are more bristles in the brush. Hence, you can pick up more monomer and bigger acrylic bead. They will work for creating longer nails, stilettos, extreme shapes. Did you know that if you take a proper care of your brush, it can serve you for years? I have one that's 7 years old and it still works. Here are the tips. Never ever use acetone or brush cleaner to clean it. I repeat, never soak it in acetone. Acetone will dry up the bristles and they will never come back together. Washing brush in water or with soap is also a bad idea. Don't do that. Use clean monomer to clean your brush. You can buy an affordable one so you won't need to spend a good one for it. Use smooth tissues without any colors or patterns on it. Kleenex are pretty good, by the way. Store your brush flat and use a lid or any other protective cap. Make sure that the bristles won't be hitting something all the time. If you're using a cap for the brush, make sure there's a hole in it for the ventilation. Shower and bath your brush in the monomer each time you are done working. Clean it like that in a slightly twisted motion of your hand. Now I would like to show you the new acrylic brushes I recently tried by Modelones. So there are 3 different sizes, 8, 12 and 14, and they're so pretty. Take a look at this. There's like glitter inside and it moves back and forth. That's so cool when the brush is not just a brush, but it's also pretty. So I really like the quality, and the best thing about them is that they're really affordable. Like number 8 is only $14 on Amazon and number 12 is $17. So they all have this sharp edge. Do not forget, once you remove this plastic part, do not use it ever again. Let's take a closer look at this beautiful handle. I definitely never had a brush that looks like this. But now let's try how it works. I decided to do stiletto this time, so I'm taking a crystal clear acrylic and now I'm using the biggest one that they have, size 14, because I'm going to do a very long nail. So for long nails, obviously you will need a bigger bead, and for big beads, the larger size of the brush will definitely work. And the shape of these brushes is actually round, and honestly, when the size is bigger than 10, I cannot really tell the difference whether the brush is oval or whether it's round. When it's a small brush, like number 6, then yeah, the shape really matters. Like the oval brush is a bit easier to work near the cuticle area, while the round brush is a little bit easier for picking up different kinds of beads. So first I'm building the foundation of the stiletto, and I'm going to do the sparkling one, but first I would like to create a clear base. Now I'm building only the free edge area, so the sidewalls, the surface, and make sure it's smooth because once we apply the glitter, we want a very smooth surface. And yes, I decided to do an extra long stiletto. You see, it even hardly fits in the frame of the camera, and decided to use the whole length of this form, finally. Alright, so the next acrylic powder will be this purple glitter. Taking a large bead and apply it right in the center. Some glitter powders are a bit tricky to work with because once you pick up the bead, it seems like it is dry, but then it absorbs the monomer and it starts to look more wet. So if you have a clear foundation, it's much more easier to work on it and to stretch it. So I'm stretching the color towards the free edge and upwards as well, but I will definitely need another one. So I'm taking an additional bead and stretch it towards the free edge. And yes, this size is definitely perfect for working with long nails because I cannot imagine using a small brush right here. I mean, this will take tons of beads and time. Let me guys know in the comments what is the size of the brush that you usually use. Now I will slightly pinch the nail because it's been a while and I really want my stiletto to be very narrow and sharp and pointy, and looks like it's okay with the color. I mean, the glitter is everywhere and now we need to encapsulate it. You definitely want to encapsulate all glitter designs, especially this one. This glitter and confetti that is inside of this acrylic powder is definitely big, so we want to encapsulate it to get the smooth surface. And also you need to take a very close look if you have enough product everywhere on the free edge, along the sidewalls and near the cuticle, because when it all shines and sparkles, it might be pretty easy to miss the spot. Modelones acrylic brush definitely passed the test and it works great. It's easy to pick up the bead, easy to apply the product. The product does not stick as long as you follow all the basic rules I shared with you at the beginning of the video. Now here's a little trick. When I work near the cuticle, now I switch to the size 8. Because to me personally, it's just easier to work near the cuticle with a smaller size, and I do not see any problem of switching the brush in the middle of the surface. I mean, why not? If it just feels easier, and if you would like to do a short or medium length nails, then probably size 8 will be enough for you. Now slightly pinch the nail and I will file it. So here mostly I need to file the sidewalls and the shape. And I am probably switching to e-file, even though there's not much to file. The nail is pretty long, so I just want to make it all faster. Extra long stiletto nails might look like not the perfect solution for like everyday life, but I want to assure you guys, I used to wear this exact length and shape for 2 years in a row, and it's just a matter of practice. And of course you need to pinch them and to do all the structure right so they will be wearable and durable. Now I'm filing a little bit near the cuticle. It should all be thin regardless of the length and the shape you are doing, and you can also buff the surface, but I decided to skip that since I will be sealing it all with a gel top coat. Now this is unusual, actually. I wish I had a bigger gel top coat brush to cover this nail, because you see it takes like a few strokes to actually go all the way to the length. But this moment is definitely satisfying when you finally see all this glitter. Now we cure in the lamp and we are done here.
This was acrylic system tutorial and brushes overview, and I hope you guys learned a lot from it. And let me know which acrylic brush is your favorite, not only the name of the brand but also the size, because when I started I usually used size 6 to 8, but now as I have more experience I prefer bigger brushes such as 10 or 12, but it also depends on what I'm doing. If I want to do some short nail extensions, then 8 size will be enough for me, but for long nails, for stilettos, for some acrylic designs, I definitely will choose 12 or even 14. Thank you so much for watching. If this is your first time here on my channel, consider subscribing, as I post new acrylic tutorials and nail art tutorials every week. And I will see you in my next one. Goodbye!